For the first hour of any weekday morning, Botany Downs Kindergarten is a hive of activity as children, teachers, family and whanau freely interact, illustrating the philosophy of the kindergarten.
How we view our kindergarten is that it doesn't belong to us as teachers. We think it belongs to the community and that they should feel welcome and part of it, and that they have some ability to drive what happens here. We want them to feel that this is their place.
This deep engagement with family stems from an understanding of whanau's centrality in the life of the child.
We don't view the child in isolation, we view them as one member of that family, and sometimes the dynamics of that family help us understand the child better. So who is this child and what are they bringing to us in their package that they come along with? They're already coming to us with a wealth of knowledge. Where's that stemmed from? So in order for us to help and work with the child, we need to know who the family are and what their context is.
Making connections is important here and begins even before the child's first day.
We do ask for written information about the child. There's sheets in the children's portfolios just outlining their whakapapa so that we can make those connections with the child. Perhaps we've come from where they've come from, or we know others that come from where they have, or have a connection where they do. Those connections we're looking for all the time. How can we link into this family?
Part of that linking is to build connections within the parent community. That community currently has a strong Chinese component, and the kindergarten has consciously worked at building the relationship between these families, and in doing so has strengthened its own relationship with them.
We've got our curriculum explained in Chinese so that there's some connections there. We have people who will translate and make phone calls or do whatever to make them feel welcome. But it's also important to draw on the skills that they have and that they can bring those in and help us with our understandings and extending our activities with children or our own knowledge.
The kindergarten has a strong social media presence that helps build relationships.
All our notices go onto Facebook. Our blog gives a rundown of what the children are doing on a daily basis, so that can be shared with families and extended families. So, you know, we're quite lucky in the way we can communicate with parents now. Children and their families know about the kindergarten because of social media, and they look on our website or on our blog or on our Facebook. They're coming here because they want to buy into the curriculum that we offer and that they want to be part of our inclusive philosophy and environment.
And this is what this rain made.
At Flanshaw Road School, the traditional parent-teacher interview has been turned on its head. No longer is it a conversation between a parent and a teacher. Instead, it's part of a process where the learner is at the centre, conducting the interview for themselves.
A goal at our school is to have our Year 6 students leave our school knowing as much as possible about themselves as learners. They are the learner. And it's no good if all the information we have about a student is locked away in the teacher's head. It's no good even if it's shared with the parent, and the parent has the information and the teacher has the information and the student doesn't. We believe that you can systemically support students and parents to learn about assessment. And we want assessment literate students, we want assessment literate parents.
I want to move up a level because I didn't move up a level this time.
This term.
Yeah.
So what is the expected level for this year, do you know?
Parents at our school have a lot of knowledge that's built up over time. 5 weeks after the students arrive at school, there's an hour-long meeting with the students, the parent and the teacher. And the teacher is sharing, this is all the information we know, tell me more about what you know. And then they ask the students, so tell me, what do you find easy and what do you not find so easy at school right now?
My comment, and this is Mr. Patel.
At the three-way conference at the end of term, the student takes more of a lead.
In the junior school, it might be they run just one subject area, so it might be they will talk about reading and what level they're at, how they know, they might demonstrate the skills that they have, and then the parents can ask any questions that they like.
It says your mathematics at expected stage, Matt. Do you think that you'd like to be a bit better at maths?
In the middle school, we hope that students are going to step up and be able to talk about 2 of the 3 key areas, reading, writing and mathematics, with parents. And in the senior school, if students feel comfortable and confident, they'll talk about all 3 areas of their learning.
Does Mum understand solid?
That's free structural, like you need help from the teacher to give feedback to someone else.
Yeah.
Basically, they should be able to tell their parents what they have been working on, the progress they've made, the current achievement levels based on whatever assessment they've done that term. So here is where I am now, where to next?
At the Term 2 conference, the student is expected to facilitate the session, which includes sharing portfolios and other examples of their work. Around 98% of parents attend these events, reflecting the effort made by the school to turn the schooling experience into a collaborative one. Both Manurewa and Massey high schools have embraced the Starpath student counselling program, which integrates 3 central components: the collection of detailed data about student learning, the assigning of a single academic counsellor to each student, and the development of ongoing parent, student and teacher conferencing. This conferencing is critical to student success.
In the past, we've always had parent-teacher meetings, which are what I've always called the 5-minute hop around the hall. You know, it's like speed dating, speed parent meeting. So every teacher had 5 minutes. And for years, schools have been satisfied with turnouts of about 15 to 20%.
But by personally inviting each family to a single 20 to 30-minute conversation, schools on the Starpath program have found a marked change in attendance.
Suddenly, you've got 70 to 80% of your parents turning up, and you have a long conversation. They are meeting one teacher who has all the information about their child on every subject and what they need to do to get, further down the track to meet the next target. Then you start creating a 3-way conversation between students, parents, and a teacher.
A lot of our parents are just so grateful for being able to be more significant in this particular part of their child's life, and that they're operating from an informed position, not one where they're not exactly sure what's happening in their child's life. And you also start to operate on a model of high trust.
A good few parents now will email me, or they'll call the school, and I'm the guy that they want to talk to because we've developed a friendly relationship. We've met a few times. It's kind of the friend that they have here who's responsible for their child.
A lot of parents will ring the school and, because they've got queries, they ring the deans. We talk to them, discuss issues that they may have. We make contact, get them to have contact with the actual subject teachers. And email is a fantastic thing, and that's allowed that open communication, and we're finding a lot more parents feel comfortable at contacting a teacher than maybe they had done in the past.
If that's satisfactory, what does it need to do? What do you need to do to make it?
Quite often we find is when the parents come in for that parent-teacher interview, it's when they learn a lot about the process of NCR. A lot of them don't understand. And so we really do try and educate our families.
Over time, they will come to a better understanding about the data and ask better questions of the teacher and of the school. And that's important just as much as the school asking questions of the parent. So in terms of the academic counselling, where you've got that 3-way conversation, that's really important. And if you've got 20 minutes or 30 minutes to have that conversation with all the information taken from the database that you collected about the child, which should be different for each meeting because it's updated as you go along, then that's when you start to educate a family.